guys, you're once again welcome to the Ryde channel. You know, on the Ryde channel, it's all about cars and motorcycles, and we always have the very best for you when we come to you. If you need more information about cars, about motorcycles, make sure you go to our website, www.ridechannel.com, or you can go to our YouTube page and make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on, and that is the Ryde channel, R-Y-D-E, on YouTube. Now, you know, when it comes to crossovers, there's one company that single-handedly started that particular segment, and since 2006, they've been churning out very, very, very good vehicles to satisfy all the customers in that particular segment. And today, we are bringing you one of their cars, which they outdoored not too long ago, but now they've hit the shores of our country, and we get to lay hands on it. So today, it's all about the Nissan Qashqai since 2006, and this is the third generation Nissan Qashqai. Very, very, very beautiful car in this shade of blue, two-tone with a black top. Really, really nice, and I'm just going to tell you all about it. Let's start from the very, very front of this car, and right in the middle of the front we have what Nissan calls the V-motion grille. You have glossy black accented with chrome and more piano black in this V configuration with a new Nissan emblem, and it looks pretty smart. And in this particular car, they've given it some sharp creases, very similar to what I brought to you some months back. That is the Nissan X-Trail. This is a similar body language, and on the side of the grills, you have what they call the boomerang headlights. Now, this is all LED, latest modern technology. They're not doing any halogen business here. It's all LED. Now, the advantage of LED is that they consume very little power, they produce very little heat, and they give a very wide spread of light. And because they come in small units, the engineers are able to position them in a way that they can give a very wide spread of light, you know, as you drive along, improving the safety characteristics of the vehicle. Now, coming down right from the headlight, you have another LED fog lights here, LED fog lights. Then you have your proximity sensors, which are very, very important to allow all the ADAS features, okay? Adaptive driver assistance features, all right? Also in the front, you have these grills on the side. Now, some cars, you have some of these things, and it's just a design feature, but on this car, it is functional. It actually funnels air, okay, to the brakes and also along the tires to boost aerodynamics. Very, very thoughtful design. This function over form, okay? Very, very beautiful car. And as we go along the side of the car, you know, this is a crossover SUV, so it has a higher riding, you know, height, okay? Then you have 18-inch wheels, alloy wheels with a diamond polished face. Very, very nice. If you step up in the variant, you're going to get 19 inches. This is very, very good because it fills the wheel arch very, very well, and it looks beautiful. Also, you have body cladding here that gives it a more robust, you know, look. Then we go to the side, the wing or side mirrors. Now, also in this particular design, it is matched to the two-tone color on the roof. That's gloss or jet black, and it's inlaid with LED indicators. Now, this, you can see that there's a camera here, okay? Now, this particular camera enables the bird's eye view 360 camera system, which we are going to be talking about very, very soon. Now, it's not just jet black and blue or two-tone, but you also have some chrome accents, which, you know, splits it apart, makes it look multi-dimensional, makes it look very, very nice. Now, the handles, door handles, are body colored, looks pretty premium and nice. Will give you upmarket looks, you know, at an affordable price. Great looking car. When we come to the back, it's chiseled and it looks sporty and it looks mean. Just look at this light. Look at how it juts out of the side of the car, and it gives the car some sort of hunches, which look really, really good. Very nice design by Nissan. Then the top flows into this spoiler up here, okay? And it boosts the aerodynamics at the same time. It gives it a great look. Let's go further to the back of the Nissan Qashqai, and this is the hatch of the car. The new emblem, you have a rear wiper, the rear windscreen is darkened, okay, to give a bit more privacy, okay. Very, 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 very nice design. So welcome into the interior of the new or third generation, I must say, Nissan Qashqai. Very, 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 very nice interior. Now this is an interior that I really, really like. The new generation Nissans, their interior is and I really, really love them. And this particular one is no different. I like the way everything is laid out. I like the choice of materials, where they are positioned, and the varieties and the choice of colorways. I mean, I really, really like this particular car. So let's just talk about the interior of this car. Now, in terms of space, it is spacious, very spacious. I mean, if you take entry-level crossover SUVs, this is as spacious as they come. Now, starting in front here, we have this steering wheel. It is not the biggest steering wheel, neither is it the smallest like we have in some other crossover SUVs that we have reviewed on the channel. But I like the chunkiness of it. I like the size of the airbag and the 3-spoke design and the way the buttons are laid out. I really like this design. Now, up front here, you have more traditional looking gauges, and in the middle of them you have an LED display, you know, nestled in there, and it works really, 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 really well. All right, so to the side of the driver instrumentation panel, you have this beautiful 12.3-inch display, and this is a very, very impressive feature of the new generation Nissans and also of the third generation Nissan Qashqai. Very, very, very good system. Now here you have Google Maps. You know, for most cars, you have a proprietary navigation system. And the problem with that is that when you bring it to our country here, you don't have good detailed maps, okay? And it's very difficult to get them to work really well when you want to navigate or route your way to different places around the city. But in this particular instance, it is Google Map based, and I must tell you, it works really, really well. I'm very, very impressed with this system. I mean, it is, to start with, it's very, very fast. It's very responsive. When you move it, you can see the way it responds. Very, very responsive system. I mean, responsive systems like this normally you find in the top, you know, brands, the very, very expensive brand. Now just look at that. You pinch and you expand and you can see, you know, the whole of Accra, you know, fuel stops, eateries, you know, all the streets. I mean, this is pretty, pretty, pretty impressive system that Nissan has put into this particular car, and it works really well. Also, in this particular infotainment system, you have what Nissan calls the bird eye view 360 camera system. Now this car has cameras. I just showed you one on the wing mirror. You have one just below the Nissan emblem. You have the reverse camera, and you have another one on the other mirror, and they stitch together to form the 360 bird view camera system. And as you can see, very effective, you know, system. So at the moment I can see 360 view all around the car. Okay, if the car senses that there is an object, okay, close to any of the corners of the car, it is going to bring a closer view of that part of the car in this particular panel on the display. So at the moment I can see the reverse view over here. If I'm close to an object, I'm going to see the front view. If I'm close to an object on the right side, I'm going to see the right side of the car is going to pop up on this particular display. And if I change to reverse, the reverse camera is going to come in here. That is how the bird's eye view 360 camera system works, and it helps you to gain situational awareness when you are maneuvering yourself, especially in very tight, you know, car parks. And this is a feature that is worth your money. Also, just below that, you have your HVAC system. Okay, now it looks pretty traditional, which is good for muscle memory, because you are driving, your hands are here, and you want to adjust the AC. You just come, and even without looking at it, you can do that. You don't need to go into the infotainment system and faff around. You can just do that, and all the traditional buttons you can find here, and it's pretty good. So coming down the infotainment, touchscreen infotainment system, the HVAC system, the touchpad, you have this nice, you know, full wood looking, some Japanese oriental design, and it looks really nice. And I mean, it's obvious that this is not real, but at the same time, it looks really, really nice. And right set in the middle is the gear shift knob. Right behind it is your mode selector. At the moment, it's in the auto mode. So you turn it to the left, you go to snow mode, and it shows in the cluster. Then you have off-road mode. Entry level crossover SUV with off-road, dedicated off-road mode. Now the Qashqai has it. Now when you go in the other direction, you have the eco mode. Then finally you have the sport mode. If you are one of those who always want to keep the throttle pedal pinned to the ground, that is the mode for you. But mind you, yes, you're not going to have that great of fuel economy, but I mean, all these features are to give the car different personalities and mix it with your money. Okay, right behind that also you have your sizable deep, you know, cup holders, 2 of them. Then you have your, when you open it up, I mean, it's not so big, but it's feature laden. So in there you have one USB-A socket and you have another USB-C socket. Then you have a place for your coins. Now this is thoughtful design. There's no a lot of space, but what is available, they've used it nicely, and I'm sure it is going to add a lot of value to the users of this car. Very, very, very nice. The seats are comfortable. In this particular Accenta trim, the seats are upholstered, okay, in material or fabric, and the colorway here is black and gray, and it's okay, it looks nice. I mean, I've seen other trims of this car, okay, with other colors, and they look really, really, really interesting. But if you are shopping, just come to the showroom, look at the options, and make a good choice. Now, the Nissan Qashqai is powered by variants of a 1.3 liter turbocharged engine that gives 148 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. Very effective engine, and it is coupled with this CVT transmission, and it makes this car pretty peppy. And with the way the car is geared and the drive modes, it makes the car very, very good to drive. Now, one good thing about this car is that the door opens to almost 90 degrees. The door opens almost to 90 degrees. See how wide it is. If it's objects that you want to put in the back, there's enough space. You don't have to do all manner of contortions to get the things in, because it is wide. You can get them in. If it's a TV, okay, a bicycle, okay, or a child seat, if I must say, you can easily fit it here. And talking about child seats, you have isofix anchor points that are very, very, very easy to get to. You just flip this thing off, and the anchor points are in there, so you just fasten your child seat in there, and this is a very, very good space in the back of the Nissan Qashqai. You also have your armrest here, and in the armrest you have 2 cup holders. Very, very good. Your children, your precious ones sitting at the back here, will really, really enjoy their time, you know, being driven to school, around to their games and all the other events. Very nice, thoughtful features in this car. The seat is pretty flat, especially the middle, because a lot of time that is where a lot of people have problems, but still it feels very good. It's not so high off compared to the side, and I'm sure if you have 3 abreast, even young adult children, they will find the place comfortable enough. Now for the space, you can see that it is spacious. Look at the amount of leg room I have. Okay, now there's a lot of space under the seat, so I can actually stretch out so that my thighs lie directly on the seat, so that I don't have cramps, you know, in my thigh muscles. Very, very good features in this car. You also have your headrest, which you can adjust. Okay, 3 of them abreast. Also at the back of the console, you have 2 rear-facing vents, okay, and it keeps those occupying the back very, very comfortable. Apart from that, you have 2 USB sockets, 1 USB-A, 1 USB-C, so the children can enjoy their space, you know, playing on their Nintendo Switches and iPads and iPhones and whatever they have. This is a very, very good place that they can spend time. And you also have pouches at the back of the seats. If they want to store them away, they can just put them into this particular space. This is a very good use of internal space, and it tells how much thoughtfulness and engineering has gone into this particular Nissan Qashqai. At the back of the Nissan Qashqai, this particular variant does not have the motorized tailgate, but you can step up and get the one with the motorized tailgate. But it is still, you know, well damped and it's very easy to open. You just press the button and it just eases itself up. And this is a very, very good opening you have here. And everything is nicely and traditionally laid out. You have your parcel shelf, then you have your cargo area. This is 506 liters of cargo area. And you also have a compartment below here. Now, this is something that you don't see a lot these days. A full-size spare wheel. You don't see this these days because everybody is using, you know, temporary tires and even tire kits, eliminating the spare tire totally. And this also has its pluses. Apart from it taking space, this also can save you a lot of wahala when you find yourself in the great outdoors and you are without a spare tire. All right, then you can, you know, then you come all the way around. Very, very easy. You don't have buttons in this particular instance, but it's very, very easy. You just flip a button and that's it. Then you go to the other side. Actually, you can even do it from the inside if you are not too vertically challenged, you know, and there it goes. Very, very easy. And look at the space. That is 1,600 liters of cargo area. What you can put a 65-inch screen, flat screen television in here. You can put your bicycles in here. If you have, let's say, surfboards, I'm sure you can put them in here. This is very, very, very good space. I mean, let me just climb into this space and let's see how big it is. You know, this is very, very big space. Okay, if you go camping, you can just sit around and have a good time. And the fact that the loading area is almost flat, it makes it very easy to carry stuff and load them in there. The third generation Nissan Qashqai, very impressive vehicle. Nissan, the engineers, and everybody involved in bringing this car to market have really, really, really outdone themselves. They've done a great job. The car is good, it looks sharp, it works well. All the features are well thought of, put together, and I think that it will add so much value to anyone who owns this car. This is one car that does it all. Good use of interior space, the specs of the car, the drivetrain, the design, everything is well put together. And these are the kind of products that we like to bring to you on this channel so that you can make an informed purchase, so that you can have good return on your investment. And as always, if you want to read more about this car, go to www.ridechannel.com, RYDE channel.com, or make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we are available on all social media channels. We are moving our activities to a very, very new level. We are bringing you podcasts, a lot of lives, and we're going to be bringing you what we call the open house garage, where I'm going to bring experts in the field of the automotive, and you're going to answer your car problems. So please watch this space. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Ryde channel. Thank you, and bye for now.